Hello and welcome. I'm Angela from Stamping Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand, and today I wanted to share with you this card that I've created for the Stamping Fancy Friday design team. We have used a sketch, and for my card I'm using the hot air balloon stamp set and the coordinating dies. These are from the mini catalogue. If you'd like a copy of that catalogue or any further information on Stampin' Up, please contact me. My details will be in the description box. I'm coordinating everything on this card with this designer series paper, and it's from the Lighter Than Air DSP. So I'm started with a balmy blue card base, and I'm just going to fold that in half. So all these, I do everything in metric, but if you're doing imperial, just alter it down to the size of your card base, just proportionately. And then next I've got a layering panel, and that's just 5mm smaller on all sides. And then this gorgeous piece of designer series paper. So I'm just going to adhere that along the bottom. I tend to not put too much glue, keep it away from the edge so I don't end up with it all over my fingers. And I'm just going to pop it right along the edge. Just line that up. It's a good thing with the glue. It gives you a bit of wiggle room if you don't get it in the right place straight away. And then I want to add that splatter in the background, so I'm going to use the balmy blue marker. I'll just put some paper down just to catch the, I end up flicking it everywhere. You just want to be not too rough on your nib, as to, you don't want to damage it. Actually, that piece of paper is really not big enough. I'll just grab something else, so that's going to work better. And I don't want it on that bottom piece. Pop that there. So I just flick it against the lid, and just as much or as little as you like. Just takes the starkness off the white. And while I'm here, I like to sort of get things out of the way so I don't end up in too much of a mess or a muddle. So I'm just going to take a bit of the white twine, and I'm just going to try and make life a little bit easier for myself. I find trying to wind it round and tie a bow doesn't always sit well, so I find the best way is just trim that, pop it around the back, and then just pop a piece of tape on there, and then do the same on the other side. So just wrap that around there, push it down, and then it's nicely in place. And then I'll pop the bow on top. So I'll get this stuck down as well while I'm here. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back. Just get those nicely spaced out. And then get all those backs off. And then I'm going to pop that onto the card base. So try and get that nice and evenly lined up. And then that is done. So I'll pop that away for the minute, and the next thing I'm going to do are the balloons. So I've got some, this is the Lemon Lolly. It's a little bit hard to read in the light, and I've got this stamp, which is there. This one, you can stamp it so it sits inside there, but I actually like it just with the contrast with the white. I just need a little bit of cardstock. Just grab a little bit of white. It wasn't quite as organised as I thought I was. And I'm just going to stamp that. And cup. Give a good press down. And then I'm also going to do one in the balmy blue. So I'll just stamp that off onto that scrap paper. And then just clean it off on my chamois. So it just makes it quick and easy. And with the balmy blue one. Then I'm just going to trim that down. And I'll die cut those. And while I'm die cutting, I also want to die cut the sentiment. Now there are a couple of things you can do. You can either stamp it first and then die cut, or you can die cut and then stamp. So I'll just show doing it this way. Oops. There was everything on the floor. Less haste, more speed, my nanny used to say. So I'll just run that one through. Because I'm using photopolymer stamps, it is easy to do it this way, and also it just means you don't have to worry about lining the sentiment and the die up. Sometimes I'm all for making things a little bit easier if I can. And then line that one up. And then run that through. And then I'll do this one here. I think this stamp set and the dies is a great one, because I think it sort of encompasses any age group, young or old, which is always good. You can got lots of opportunities to use a set. And actually, while I'm here, what I've done, I've got this here. I've already done die cut one set, but I'm just going to do another one. I've put some adhesive backing on the back, so it makes it into a sticker. Just get that on there. I don't need it totally on because I am going to trim it down, so it's just sometimes those little scrap bits come in handy. That on the floor before it drops any further. Just got that there to stop the reflection from my light. Right, so now it's a matter of popping things together. I'm saying that I've done all the die cutting. I haven't actually. I've got the little bucket, the little basket on the bottom of the balloons. I'll quickly work those. And this is in pecan pie. I think that makes like a nice basket colour. But crumb cake, would it work equally well? Or just got to line that up. This is a tiny die. You could always, if you're worried about it moving, just pop a post-it note or some washi tape on. Just have to be careful they don't pull at the paper, because sometimes they can rip the paper. And then just this one here. I've gone ahead and die cut the balloons, not the balloons, the clouds already, because I didn't think you needed to see me die cut all those. It's a cute little bucket, or basket at least. Looks like a bucket. You could probably use it for a bucket on something else. So now I'm just going to start popping things together. So the balloons are both going to be on dimensionals. And if you're not sure about where you want your things to sit, you can just pop them on before you adhere them down. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to pop this on here. So I've done, I can't find the other ones I've done. Gosh, this is a bit of a Mickey Mouse today, isn't it? Oh, it's still in here, that's why you're shouting at me. It's still in there. So I just did a double layer of these just to add a little bit of extra interest. I always think when you get do double heights of things, get a bit of shadowing, and it just adds a bit of interest to your card. And I always tell the story about how I asked my husband once if he liked my card, and he said it was a bit flat. So I try and put, you know, add some interest by putting some dimension on things more often than not. And then, so just by taking that off, I've got that lovely layer. So I'm just going to pop that along there, and then just trim that little bit of excess. Out of the way. Take that off. So the beauty of when you're recreating something you've already created, you do know where roughly you want things to go. Sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a change up even when you have. Right, so that's that done. And then these little baskets, I'll just put a little mini dimensional behind those. And just tuck that in there. Oops, it's a bit crooked. A bit of a twist. And then this one here. Put that on there. And then all the, these are the two dies for the clouds. And what I did is I did double sets so I could have those all nicely layered up. Right. And I'm going to trim one set down because I want it to come off the side here. So I'll pop those together, and I'll just use the small dimensionals as well. They're perfect for these these little items. Just a half one on there. That's one. And probably could have done this ahead of time too, but anyway, you can fast forward me. Or if you're making it in real time, it's always nice to just, go at the same pace, except for the fact that these are pre-cut. And then these two. And then when I put them actually down, I'm just going to stick them flat. So it's just this piece that's got the dimensionals on it. Yeah. Do you find that those backings of the dimensionals, they end up everywhere in the oddest of places? So some glue. So this one here, I'm going to just trim that off. There. Just want half a cloud. And because I haven't put the dimensionals right to the edge of the balloons, I can tuck these under. So that one, just turn that over gently, try not to drop it, and then just pop that in against the edge there. And then this one, that up there, this one here, tuck that in a bit under here, and then lastly this one here, I'm going to tuck that up. Just want them sort of displaced a bit so they're not all lined up in a row. And then with the sentiment, I'm going to bring in my fresh freesia, and I'm going to stamp that onto that. I've lost, would you believe, in a small space, here it is, I managed to lose that. I'm just going to stamp that. I can just line up and see where it's going to fit and then stamp it onto there. Oopsie. Then I'm going to do my bow, and I'm going to pop that down with a glue dot. So just pop a glue dot on there already. So I'm ready to go. About there. With this baker's twine, I love baker's twine. Let's get to the loops. Get a nice and even, hopefully. It does tend to sort of go off and twist, but when you've got a glue dot, the good thing with that is you can sort of force it into submission by sort of pushing it down onto the glue dot, getting a nice flat even bow. Hopefully those are in the right place. Find out shortly. So about there. I've got that a bit higher actually than last time. I might just drop that. Oh, I don't suppose it matters. It can be different every time, can't it? It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Pop that there and just hope for a biggish envelope. And then I've got these coordinating rainbow adhesive backed dots. They could go with the colours in the DSP. So I'm using the fresh freesia ones. So a large one, a small one, and another small one up here. Actually, I might put it here for a change. And that is my card. So not too difficult. Probably just fiddly, really. A little bit of fiddling, but That's all part of the fun, isn't it? So thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.